Thank you, Chairman Boxer and Ranking Member Inhofe, for holding this important hearing to examine our flood control infrastructure in light of this year's historic flooding. I appreciate the opportunity to provide some brief remarks. Flooding is our nation's most common form of natural disaster and is also the most costly. Though we can never fully eliminate the risk of flooding, it is crucial that we continually evaluate the condition of our flood control infrastructure and the effectiveness of our management practices. In South Dakota, we are no stranger to natural disasters, but this year's Missouri River flooding has been unprecedented in scope and duration. People have been displaced from their homes and businesses for months, and they are facing long months of cleanup ahead. Roads, utilities, and drinking water infrastructure have suffered significant damage in communities and on Indian reservations along the Missouri. The economic and emotional impacts of the flooding have been tremendous. What has been particularly frustrating for many South Dakotans is that they are living among some of the largest and most complex flood control infrastructure in the United States. South Dakota is home to four of the six mainstream dams and reservoirs constructed by the Corps of Engineers after passage of the Flood Control Act of 1944. Built to measure up to the historic flood of 1881, these massive dams and reservoirs were not sufficient to accommodate the record runoff of 2011. Management of this system has always created tension in the basin, but in light of this year's flooding, concern over river management is higher than ever. In addition to our physical infrastructure, we need to consider mitigation and planning options that can limit damages when flooding occurs. As chairman of the Banking Committee, I have been working with my colleagues to reauthorize the National Flood Insurance Program, which is a primary means for individuals and businesses to mitigate the risks of financial loss in the event of flooding. There are no easy answers, but the issue of flood control on the Missouri River is vitally important to the economy and people of South Dakota. I look forward to working with you to better understand the risks and improve flood control in the Missouri River Basin. Again, thank you, Chairman Boxer and Ranking Member Inhofe, for holding this important hearing.